Lonely Attack on the Different World, web novel. Chapter 1. Will the high school boy who transports to another world dream of a delivery man? First day, classroom, reading a book. It is my usual routine during lunch break. Don't call me a loner, although I won't deny it. I'm surprised the normies around me have so many topics to talk about. It's impressive at this point. It's a second-year class, but all I can hear from their conversations is ridiculous. Despite all that, there is still a guy who is fiddling with his phone, who seemingly has not made any connections. To top it off, he sat in the middle of the classroom, so he was subject to sounds all around him. Also, there seems to be more people in the classroom than usual. Why are you all gathering in this classroom? Was there something interesting here? I continued to read. It would be fine to say that I started reading when I was a child. It started with picture books and then became all sorts of books. You would assume that if you read this much, then your eyesight would get worse, but it won't worsen to the point where you actually need glasses. My eyesight got worse because I'm a book addict? Mind your own business. Regardless, it's sad that I can't focus on reading my book. In such a problem-filled class, why must a normal student like me be in it? Silence. Be quiet. Shut up, you normies. Huh? Something is here? Something is coming? What is this feeling, huh? Wait, huh? The classroom floor began to shine. A circle in words combined with some geometric figure-looking thing emits light. Wait, a magic formation? It's a magic formation. Ah, this is that. Without a doubt. On the contrary, if this was some surprise math test, I would be more surprised at my math teacher. By the time that thought had come into my head, my body was already moving. Towards the back door. It won't open. I kick it, but it does not break. I throw a chair near me at the window, but it doesn't even crack. Indeed, so far it's as expected. I rush towards the locker in the back of the classroom. I open the tall locker used to store cleaning supplies. At the top, there is an inconspicuous hatch made for inspection. I use my momentum to slam my body against the hatch. Nice. Then I jump toward the ceiling. The radiance of the magic formation increased, and finally the entire classroom was enveloped by white light. I crawled through the attic to get as far away as possible. Don't like it, but who cares about transferring to another world at this point? These days, light novels, anime, and manga are all about transportation to different worlds. Just leave it there. Don't make real life about it, too. Just teleport the whole of Japan to a different world already. If a book about this was released, then it would be interesting. I'll buy it. Things are like that. I continue crawling through the attic. I'm already this far away, so I should be fine, huh? It actually happened. What a cliche turn of events. It's a completely right room. For it to be this cliche, this has truly surpassed my expectations. Don't tell me this is a swords and magic world. Is this some twisted space war or sci-fi world? I wouldn't want it to be a spiritual world or a horror world either. However, with the magic formation, it's probably not a sci-fi world. Then the world has connections to magic after all? No, that's probably not it. Because of how known the genre of isekai is nowadays, if someone were to say they transported to another world, it would be extremely embarrassing. The cliché development would be for him to meet God and be told that he would be transported to a world of swords and magic, lol. No matter what, he'd be too embarrassed to say that, right? Was the magic formation a trap? Was it something scientific? What kind of world would it be? A math world? I really don't want to go to such a world. Would the first enemy be factorization? I don't think that I could win. Wait a moment. Why isn't anyone here? Are they out? Then don't summon me. That's basic etiquette when inviting someone over. I think I'm the type that takes my time reading, but it seems that I'm a fast reader, as many ask me whether I'm reading properly with how fast I flip the pages. If the books are light, it's easy to go through 20 of them in a single day. As such, I'm already on my 4th book. I'm going to eventually run out of books to read at this rate. Well, at least I already brought my bag with me, so I have books to read. In a quiet environment with enough light that's not too hot or cold. It's the perfect environment for a reading addict like me, but man, nobody is coming, huh? I wonder if I could buy any books somewhere near here. I'll have God foot the bill. There's a grandpa here? He's looking over here? Is he lost? Grandpa? Just because you're lost doesn't mean you should come over to another world. Don't tell me it's a story about a grandpa with dementia in another world.
Why are you here?
Grandpa, I already ate all the food.
No, you haven't.
Wait, did he just read my thoughts? This is that. When you're summoned to a right room, the man appears. An old man with dementia that claims to be God.
What? That last part is uncalled for.
It's an old man with fragile feelings. Soon his blood vessels will pop?
Don't go killing me off.
An old man that scoffs for me joking around.
Then stop fooling around. Listen to what I have to say seriously.
No, but they say that the types of people that say they don't want to fool around actually want to fool around, right? Well, I'm sure there are also those that don't want to fool around as well.
Enough. I'm not here to play games with you. Why are you here?
Oh, the guy summoned me here without my permission, asks me what I'm doing here. Old man with dementia confirmed. To top it off, he's listening to my thoughts without my permission and yelling at me.
I'm done retorting.
Huh? Is he snapping back at me? Is this an isekai story of an old man with dementia that screws people over? The title would be Demon Lord is actually an old man with dementia. Something like that.
Can you seriously listen? The others were summoned here, already been teleported to the other world. Why are you in this room?
Well, you summoned everyone at the same time, but I was the only one that you summoned to the wrong room?
Well, I summoned you as a group, not one by one. Meeting everyone, I felt that perhaps one person was missing, but to think there was one person summoned to the wrong room.
Because of a certain person, I was brought here against my free will? I do, however, have an idea as to what happened.
You do? What did you... You escaped from the isolated space? Huh? Why is there an exit in the ceiling?
The all-knowing deity of the heavens, our supreme and almighty God, overlooked the maintenance hatch exit in the ceiling. LOL.
How could I have known that? How could I know that rooms in your world have such inconspicuous doors in the ceiling? It would have been weird if I knew.
More like, wasn't I safe after I was that far away? You lost sight of me, so isn't that kind of cheating?
Like I already told you, you were only all summoned because of the compatibility wavelengths between you all. If you were to run away alone, of course, the results would turn out as such. To top it all off, you're alone in the edge of a barrier and you don't even try to call out to me or reach me, and you're just reading books without a care in the world? Without paying either.
Ah, finally, you've even read my memory, huh? Can we summon a forest while we're at it for fun?
Don't summon something so large without my permission. Moreover, if you do that each time a new volume comes out, the bookstore of the country will have to shut down. Consider how troublesome it is for the bookstore clerks.
It didn't work, huh? Well, moreover, my mind was read too. Also, think about the troubles I have to go through as well. You're the only one thinking about troubles of the bookstore clerks. Did you receive a coupon or something? I want one too.
I apologize, but you were summoned to another world because of the wavelengths that you and your classmates share. That is the logic of this world. I didn't particularly choose you, nor was I the one to summon you.
Oh, shit. I don't know what wavelengths you're talking about, but if kids from other classes didn't barge into our classroom, we wouldn't have been summoned? It wasn't bad enough interfering with my reading time, so they prevented me from reading forever? I see. It all makes sense now. I was summoned to another world to defeat them.
No, don't arbitrarily decide that your classmates are the last boss and defeat them. That's just your personal grudge.
I will settle this grudge.
Listen to what I am saying.
Hurry up then. Old people sure do have a lot to say. Anyways, this self-proclaimed god is going to ask me to please go to another world of magic and swords, LOL. That's what you're planning on asking me, isn't it?
The LOL part is unnecessary, and also I'm not self-proclaimed. Anyway, the others have already finished their preparations and left. If you don't hurry up, you'll be going to another world by yourself. You won't be able to meet up with those that went ahead at this rate. If you don't hurry up and prepare, they'll be leaving you.
The others, right. It's a real mess, LOL. The world is in the medieval period, which means there won't be any books. After all, it's a mushroom kingdom. I'll have to hike through a dense forest.
You can't go hiking. Your isekai adventures will become full of only hiking. Do you want an isekai full of only hiking with a bookstore clerk?
No, I just want to read books. Besides, why can't I go hiking with the bookstore clerk? Let's collect all the authors in one place, then summon them as a group.
Would you stop? Rather, I won't let you.
The geezer's explanation was so long that I skipped it. He explained stuff about a kingdom, other world's language, and demons. It's a long story, so why not just write it down? Although I want something to read, it doesn't look like Gramps has any literary talent.
All that's left is to prepare.
What do I need to prepare? How many snacks am I allowed to bring along with me? Or is there some other ridiculous problem I need to prepare for?
You're going to choose a skill. First come, first serve.
Old man?
I'm telling you that I'm a god. Who's the old man? You finally spoke for the first time, but the first thing you do is call me Gramps?
If 43 people chose before me, that means that all the cheat skills are gone. All the good skills were probably taken. This is the worst. Gramps confirmed. Well, I might as well take a look.
Hurry up and choose a skill. To think that there would come a day where I would become tired after becoming a god.
Finally, he got tired after retorting and continued the conversation on by himself. So selfish. Oh. Not, Something that resembles a black plate floats in front of me. A lot of words are visible. Wouldn't a tablet have done the job? As expected for the elderly, newest technology is he's whispering something under his breath. Is he composing a poem? Putting the foolish antics of the old man aside, I start reading at once. There's a large number of words. There are a lot of words, but most of them are grayed out. Does this mean they're taken? At the very top, status allocation. 1 point at a time dice, 10 points and 2 dice. I currently have 50 points. It's standard to put all your points into luck, but I already have 10. Even if I dump all my points in, it's only 60, which feels so-so. I don't know if there's an upper limit, nor if it will increase if I level up. Allocate points to status, 1 at a time. Why is this the only part that's gray? I don't have any dice. I need 10 points, but I only have 2 dice. If there are 6 sides, then the odds would be terrible. The second one is item, weapon, armor, items. 5 points to 50 points. Single usage consumables. 5 points for medicine and poison antidotes. Weapons and armor range anywhere between 5 points and 30 points. That, as a set, would cost 50 points. I want medicine so I don't die, but it's not cost efficient to buy. Perhaps I should purchase healing magic. There are over 100 items, but all that's left is assorted items, villager A, 50 points, holy knight, great sage, heavy warrior, all at a great price of 50 points, but none are left. The only thing I can get is villager A for 50 points, and that is way too unreasonable. The set is composed of wooden sticks, clothes, and a diary of a villager. The only good item left are these contact lenses, but they cost 30 points. They improve your eyesight, which can also help come off as more approachable, but 30 points is way too expensive. Perhaps it's necessary if your eyesight is bad enough? There is a high possibility that the world won't have glasses as well. Regardless, 30 points is impossible, as I would only have 20 points left no matter what. The third category is martial arts, 10 points. It's a reasonable and affordable price. There was also sword arts, katana arts, spear arts, shield arts, bow arts, and whip arts, but they're all sold out. All that's left is cane arts. Become able to handle canes well, 10 points. I need a martial art, and 10 points is a reasonable price. Cane arts hits the enemy with a stick? Will that be enough to fight in another world? I'm not a kid bullying a turtle at the beach. Then again, I couldn't even beat a turtle when I was a kid. Well, I'd be sorry if I did. Finally, the fourth category, skills, 10 points to 30 points. It's expensive, but this is what I'm talking about. This is what Different World really is. This is what I meant by cheats. Martial arts experience up, the standard magic, robbery, clairvoyance. If it was cheap, these would be wonderful skills in another world, but huh? None of them are left. What's left is, what? Less likely to catch a disease, 30 points? Yeah, this is perfectly fine. Rather, I want it. I'm sure there won't be any hospitals, but it's 30 points. This ability would be fine if it was a peaceful world, but it probably won't be so. If there are this many combat skills, there's no way that it would be a peaceful world. 30 points is expensive, so that's why it was left. Walking. Become good at walking, 30 points. It might be good to have, but who would buy this for 30 points? Martial arts experience up. How is walking worth the same price as this? Do you summon things while walking? Nursery summons? Do heroes just walk at the Demon King? The Demon King will surely be scared. Still, that's one of the better ones. Gymnastics. Become good at gymnastics, 30 points. Gymnastics debut in another world, everyone? It's over. It's seriously over. The last horrifying skill is sensitive body. Turns your body into a sensitive body, 30 points. Don't mess around with me. A high school boy who's sensitive and feels good easily? Is this boy love? Is this gay? I don't need this. I definitely don't need this. Still, half of those that were summoned are high school girls. None of them considered it. Well, there probably won't be any that would purchase it of their own volition. If someone did, then please tell me, please. Aren't you supposed to aim for one of the 4 great magics in times like this? Lightning, teleportation, healing, but there's nothing left. Wasn't choosing skills like this supposed to be an exciting event? Why am I crying? Why is this god directing his eyesight away from me? There are 4 remaining. Magic, temperature. Adjust the temperature, 30 points. Ah, how convenient. Should I aim to set up a food stall in another world? Do you think I'd do that? There's no job like that in another world. Don't get mad. There are only 3 remaining. Magic, wrapping. Can wrap objects with magic, 30 points. What use is that? Will that call a delivery man? Does it summon them? 2 remaining. Magic, weight magic. Lowers or raises the weight of objects, 30 points. It lowers the weight of cargo and makes the shipping easier. Looks like I have to summon the delivery man. The last one is magic movement. Auxiliary movement? Decent, I guess. Compared with the weight magic, you could probably get a job as a delivery man. Am I the one delivering? The fifth category is special abilities, 20 points to 50 points. Special abilities, special skills, sword talents, magic talent. Required experience lowered. It can be combined with experience value increased, not that either is available. Nothing's left. First skill, correspondent, communication. Become good at consultations. Is there a supervisor waiting for me to work in another world? Salaryman in another world? If I level up, and will I become the president of a $1 billion company? The next skill, jack of all trades. Leveling up becomes slower. Here it comes, a skill that is not useful at all and just makes your life harder. Is it a trap? You're punished for accidentally clicking? Last skill, Muppet. Leveling becomes worse. A terrible skill comes again. Again! What's the point of summoning people from another world if you're just going to make life harder for them? Perhaps Jack of all trades makes it harder to level up, but it also makes it easier to learn skills. However, Muppet only makes it harder to level up? Does it possess some sort of mental ability? Can I make people listen to me? There's probably no mistake in deciding this one is the worst. The last and fifth one is title, 10 points. It's cheap, but not very effective. The effectiveness of a title depends on its correlation with a job. However, this may be more effective in the long run compared to skills, but more than anything, Sword, Saint, Guardian, Magician. You can't tell me these are sold out too. Titles that shake my chuny soul. Even though I'm a second year in high school, it's okay, right? I'm in a different world. Doesn't Spirit Sword sound pretty cool? It's pretty embarrassing to show it off. Well, good luck with the guy that took it. I went through a stage where I thought stuff like that was cool in the past too. Even if it's embarrassing, shameful, or delusional, isn't it fine? I mean, at least compared to these two. One of them is Hikokomori. Your home will be protected. Here comes the security guard killer, a NEET. Did they get kidnapped from their home and shoved into a different world? But your home is gone? Becoming a NEET in another world? There aren't any books though. Wait, as long as the delivery man comes, but they won't come. Another one is NEET. All other jobs will become invalidated. You get defeated by demons before trying to work with this. The end. The list of skills has reached its end, or I've reached my end. Did this grandpa just sentence me to death? Just what does he want me to do in another world? Hey, why do you keep avoiding eye contact? Gramps, don't you have something to say to me? Make eye contact with me and say it properly. After how much you rushed me to make preparations, you avoided looking at me as soon as the black plate with words appeared in front of me, right? Not sure how much time has passed, but when I look in front of me, Gramps is on his knees. I intently preach Gramps to find out just what he wants me to do. I'm not sure for what reason, but you forcefully brought a normal high school student to another world, whether that's God's will or the providence of the world. I thought there would be a reason for going that far. I thought there would be a justified reason. I thought there'd be no other choice. However, you can't expect a person who is suddenly kidnapped to understand. Even then, if you forcefully threw me into another world, there's probably nothing I can do. That's why you're going to give me special skills, right? If there was no purpose, then there'd be no reason to send us to another world. Even if that was an accident, your duty as a god is to give us skills so we can survive in another world. If it wasn't an accident, then there was some reason for summoning me, then at least give me the power to survive. That is the purpose of abilities and skills, to possess potential to accomplish goals that we were summoned for. What exactly do you wish for me to accomplish? I showed the list of skills very clearly to Gramps. Is this the power necessary to survive in another world? Is this the power necessary to accomplish anything? Is this fulfilling of your duty as God? Look carefully and tell me, what do you want me to do? As Gramps tries to make excuses, I glare at him. As he tries to break his leg, I glare at him with a furious intensity. The Gramps makes excuses with tears falling from his eyes and shaking. So far, I've only summoned at most 30 people, so there were more than enough skills to choose from. There were a lot of instances where people wouldn't monopolize everything as it come back to bite them in the ass. If a whooping 43 people came, even the latter people would be troubled. They take it all for themselves. There was never a case similar to yours. And also, all the skills here have been recognized by me as skills that have accomplished something worthy of praise. Skills that are things that are recognized by God, become God, overcame God. They are remnants of a soul. Skills are souls, a way of living and memories. And because they have surpassed God, they are something that not even a God can understand. Gaining those skills, you feel their soul, understand the lives they've led. You receive those feelings, you activate their skills. That is the type of power it is, and all those skills exist right now, have already been activated and achieved something. To remember, feel, and understand, that is what a true skill is. If you're unable to do that, then no matter how powerful a skill is, it becomes useless, a hindrance. The things here are certainly
Things that I do not understand, things that I've never seen before. But just by the fact that they're here, they have meaning, purpose, they are necessary, which is why they're here at this time.
He pleads while crying, his legs shaking. He's trying to explain while standing up, but his legs are like a newborn deer. This is bad, Gramps. My eyes hurt. Is it something like that? The soul of a passionate tennis player somehow entered Gramps. It's that bad. It's just so bad. That skill is just too dangerous. This sight is something that even surpasses God. It's crossed a line it shouldn't cross. It's some sort of soul or form of spirituality. Anyways, Gramps, run away.
As God, my duty to truth, reason, and providence, I shall surpass them both.
This is bad. Gramps is broken. I said you shouldn't have crossed that line. No, as I expected, it's that person, rather, that remnant of the soul. It is the currently progressive spirit or nature of a soul. Even God must not touch upon it. It gets even hotter. There's no mistaking it at this point. It's over.
You are here. That itself is the solution.
Has this Gramps broken? He couldn't bear that heat.
Then all is your soul.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I will give you nearly everything.
What will you give me? By everything, do you mean a bookstore clerk? A delivery man? Are you going to drag one to another world with me? What's that?
You should receive all the skills.
Wait a minute. Are you stupid, Gramps? I don't need it. It'll be hell mode confirmed with all those skills.
Would you suffer from the Lord? LOL.
Are you stupid? Wait, that's not something you're supposed to say. This is turning into a mess.
Farewell.
Don't farewell me. In a forest. Wait, that grandpa really just transferred me after that. Inside a forest. There's nobody here. I hate to see it, but there's nothing I can do about this situation. So I check my status. Please roll the dice. That's cheating dice. He really gave me every skill. Clearing the about to expire shelf? I roll 2 dice that appear in my hand. I didn't throw a spear, I only have a wooden stick, you know. Both dice stopped on the face that showed M. What the hell is that? Which status do I want to increase? Increase with M? Did you add it? My attributes are all 10. What does 10 plus M equal? Anyways, I can only assume that it will increase the stat. Even if M is a negative and M stands for minus, I won't really know until I actually use it. Into luck. It's probably the thing I need most currently. There's not much I can do right now with my own ability. I'm feeling like my luck is already into the negatives, but it's probably just my imagination. Even in the original world, it felt like that. Which status would you like to add to? My only option at this point is to add to luck. In the worst case that it's minus, my luck might just decrease below 0. However, if I add it to HP to test it, it would be too dangerous. The other attributes are probably just as dangerous to test with. With luck, I need as much as I can get, and even if the worst happens, I can still bear with it. The future worries me, but this is all I can do. Into luck? Added into luck. Displaying status. Name, Haruka. Race, human. Age, 16. Level, 1. Job, blank. HP, 10. MP, 10. Vitality, 10. Power, 10. Speed, 10. Dexterity, 10. Mind, 10. Intellect, 10. Luck, max. Limit break. SP, 0. Martial arts, Cane level 1. Magic, temperature level 1. Movement level 1. Weight level 1. Packing level 1. Skill, health level 1. Sensitive body level 1. Gymnastics level 1. Walking level 1. Command level 1. New. Title, Hikokomori level 1. Neat level 1. Loner level 1. New. Other, communication level 1. Jack of all trades level 1. Muppet level 1. Equipment, item bag. Luck is maxed out. Limit break. Wait, huh? That M stands for max? M stands for max? Write that down somewhere. It's only 3 letters. I should have put both of them into strength and speed. I messed up. I thought it was a trap for something trash. I didn't expect that M stood for max. Okay, calm down. Calm down. It's certainly a waste, but it didn't become a waste if there's no denying that luck is necessary. As I didn't know what M stands for, that was the best option. You shouldn't make a bet when your life is involved. Still, past max, there's limit break. Is this slightly a good thing? I've never had much luck before. Nah, this was definitely a good thing. I expected a 1 to 6, but I got a max instead. This is probably the best outcome. On the contrary, perhaps the other sides were dangerous. At the very least, I got lucky in regards to the dice, very lucky indeed. Usually, when leveling up, the only stat that does not rise is luck. Putting all points into luck was standard in light novels as well. It should be the best option for the future. As I expected, I received all of the remaining skills. Full of bad skills. Huh? There seems to be 2 more than I expected. Did you gain something? Did you just come to roll the dice? Ah, this. Loner. I live alone without companions, cannot form a party. Skill, command, learned. Experience, distribution. No? Well, it's the same as before. Yeah, but don't write it in the status. As soon as I come to another world, it's already confirmed that I'll be a loner without any companions. I was crying silently, for having the slight hope of an isekai harem. Apparently, the other skill seems to be an effect of loner. Since you're alone anyway, just use a demon. I cried because of this kindness, sadness, and loneliness. One day I'll heal my heart with softness. Ah, a leather bag. It's the equipment of Villager A. Whether it's a wooden stick or something else, we need some sort of weapon now. I'm not sure whether this place is dangerous or not. The clothes were a hassle to get changed into, but I was grateful for the leather boots. It would have been a disaster if I had to walk through the forest in my indoor shoes. It's better than not having a clock either. For what it's worth, I can use it as armor. It's dark, so it may be harder for monsters to spot me. At the very least, Villager A was able to live with just this. There are leather gloves, too. Huh? There seems to be something else inside. A ring? Well, it's probably something that Villager A was wearing. It's probably some type of equipment. I'll put it on. It's nice that I have a bag. It's light and convenient, as if nothing is inside. I take a look around, and there's nobody nearby. There are no traces of others being nearby either. My classmates should have been summoned here as well. I don't know in what direction they've been headed, and I'm not sure if it's even a good idea to meet up with them. No doubt, having more people is an advantage. My classmates will also probably have gotten their bearing together by now. Unlike me, all of them have absurd powers. It will probably be safer to group with them. However, the problem is human nature rather than combat ability. Besides, as long as I have Loner, I won't be able to form a party. Even if they are strong, that doesn't necessarily lead to actual combat ability. There are too many that can't be trusted. Solo, huh? Well, there are too many problems to go with grouping, so I'll just explore myself. Still, there's such poor visibility within the forests. The various colors that blend into the forest make it difficult to see. It would be easy to overlook a potential threat such as a monster or a demon. It's disadvantageous for people with bad eyesight. Should I have bought glasses? Ah, there should be cheap contacts that were left in the stock because they couldn't sell. Are they in the bag? As I dig inside the bag, there are a few small boxes inside. Is it inside here? Glass bottle. It contains a liquid that appears to be medicine. This one? 2 round small glass objects are wrapped in a cloth. However, for someone that's never used a contact to equip them in the middle of the forest, it's not a good idea nor sanitary. However, I can't get out of this forest with my eyes this bad, so I'll just have to put them on. It's pretty scary to put something in your eyes. It'd be a big deal if I dropped the contacts in such a place. Wrapping it with a cloth, I put the contacts over my eyes while being careful not to drop it. Something feels strange. I could understand the discomfort in my eyes, but I suddenly got a headache. Is it supposed to be like this? I don't have any friends that have used contacts, so I wasn't sure. I guess I didn't have any friends in the first place. Well, I guess I just have to get used to it. Looking around, I can see various things that are eerily clear. It feels as if the visual information received from my eyes instantly enters my brain. I can even see the insects that are on a faraway leaf clearly. There are cons with having such good eyesight as well. As I can clearly see through the forest even through the darkness, moving through doesn't become a problem. I have walk as well. First of all, let's organize all this stuff. Wound medicine, poison eraser. Whoa! I let go of the eraser in surprise. As I tried to close the box I opened previously, what is this? While I was thinking that, letters appeared on the glass bottle the moment I looked at it. Wound medicine and poison eraser? Is it referring to this bottle? As I thought that, I looked at my stats and found that there was a new skill. Appraisal, level 1. This is appraisal, huh? The letters suddenly appeared, so I was surprised. Most likely, this is an effect of the contacts. I cannot identify the contact themselves as they are in my eyes. Probably, if I remove them, I won't be able to use the skill, so I can't. Getting the appraisal skill right off the bat is a lifesaver. It's the skill I wanted the most right now. Gramps told me that I would be able to understand the other world's language after transporting. Now I've obtained appraisal. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that things got a little better for me. It would suck not to have. Walking while appraising the passing trees is sort of fun. It's sort of like a visual botanic book. Oh, edible mushrooms. Appraisal is indispensable after all. Without it, the food would become a huge problem. Potential mushroom, edible, potential up. It seemed to raise potential if consumed. I wonder what's hidden inside of this. Loner, hikikomori, neat. Want to stay hidden at all times, too. While walking, I use appraisal on everything I pass by. There were no more mushrooms that raised my potential, but I found a bunch of edible ones that raised my stamina and magic. I was grateful for the MP and HP recovery. It won't be possible to obtain potions in the forest. The mushrooms would become my medical food. Since I have no specific destination in mind, I just gather mushrooms from wherever I see them. I have already thrown a large number of mushrooms into my bag. I didn't think about anything else as it was fun collecting mushrooms while using appraisal, but there was no way that many mushrooms should have fit inside of a 30 or 40 centimeter bag. It wasn't even heavy. I apologize for looking down on Villager A equipment. It's an item bag, language of this world, appraisal, and item bag. I got the 3 skills I wanted the most. The item bag came with the Villager A equipment. 50 points is expensive, but it's a reasonable price to get such a valuable item in another world. I should have just been satisfied with Villager A's skills and left instead of being forced to take all these strange skills. If I'd done that, Gramps wouldn't have had to become a hot-blooded tennis player. Is he doing stuff like, I'm never going to give up in front of the other gods? There was medicine in the bag and other stuff too. The bag was a jackpot. Now that I think carefully, when I pulled out the meter-long stick and leather boots from the bag, I should have been able to guess that the bag was a storage item. I had thought that I was thinking calmly in this situation as well. There were too many unexpected things that happened, still many things that I don't understand. For now, I don't know where this is. Holding the stick, I appraise everything in my surroundings while progressing through the forest. Why? It'd be a problem if monsters came out, but it's a wooden stick. Weapons, cane arts is a martial art, but all you're doing is hitting them with a stick, you know. The other side is brighter. I finally see a break in the forest. My eyes are better so I can see further. Feels like there's a zoom function. Thank you, Contact-san. When I finally leave the forest, I come across the river, water, fresh water. Then I think of how many hours it's been since I've had a drink of water. As I dip my hands into the water, I tried to think of anything I could store that water with. I thought a cup, water bottle, water bag. Then I came to an epiphany. The water bottle came out. Ah, the water tastes so good. It's mineral water after all. I drank in big gulps. This would sell well if sold at a vending machine. If I could summon a delivery man, then I would sell the water and books. The summoning team just saw it, so they remembered. As long as I placed a delivery man mark in the middle, won't they come? There is a forest, but that's all right. There are fish swimming normally in the river. Looks like my next meal has been decided as grilled fish and mushrooms. I entered the river with a weapon. Which is perhaps what you were thinking, but I'm gonna just eat grilled mushrooms. I can't catch fish, so it's pointless. How can I catch fish with a wooden stick? If you can't catch it, then you can't eat it. If you can't hit it, then you can't kill it, and therefore you can't eat it. After walking for a while, I come across a cave. I peek inside, there's nothing. No Demon King, no bear. Excuse me. I make a greeting like a guest, but settle down like I own the place. Isn't this fairly large? It was bigger than all the places I've lived in. Deep inside is pitch black, so I open my luggage near the entrance. The bag has, without a doubt, gotten larger. I mean, a tent came out. The problem is the rules of this world. Magic tent. When magic is imbued, automatically sets up. Suitable temperature. Prevents insects and monsters. Same as monster repellent. Magic lantern. When magic is imbued, it lights up. Useful for avoiding monsters and insects. Wow, it even exterminates demons. Moreover, it has a blinking function in a world without streets or cars. But the lantern has a blinking function. The magic culture might be pretty advanced. There may even be a magic car. Perhaps there might even be a delivery man. Now that I've found useful stuff, I'm grateful to the villagers and grateful to Gramps for becoming a tennis player. But how do you imbue magic? I've never imbued magic before. Looks like I'll just have to try it. The magic that resides in my right arm, unleash. No, nothing's happening. That wasn't me being a chuny. That's just something that I tried. If you're going to give me an item that requires imbuing magic, then give me instructions on how to imbue magic as well. I try various things on the lantern. Magic, answer my life, and reside within the lantern. It's wrong? Is it really wrong? I want to believe it's wrong. I do. Concentrate on your magic power, then control it. That is the standard in light novels. In conclusion, I don't understand magic. Then a spell, chanting. That was just an experiment. Yes, that was just an experiment. I wasn't indulging in my delusions. Just turn on already. It just turned on. Turn on is all that you needed? If that's all you needed, then write it down in the instructions. Pour magic is just put it in your hand and say turn on. I even strike a pose. Yeah, it was sort of fun. In conclusion, the object just needs to touch your body and not add extra words, such as show me the light, or light the magical power of God, or I order you with my name. Isn't it nice? I always wanted to say it. For now, I open the tent and lie down. Open it, and opened with that one word. I thought of various incantations, but I mean, it's fine to be just that simple, you know. It's getting pretty dark outside. I can't move today. I don't have a particular destination, nor do I know where I am located currently. I look at the ring on my hands. So is this ring an item? If it's villager A's wedding ring, then I should return it. After all, he's done a lot for me. Appraise ring. Martial arts soul, life. The soul suffers. Attack, defense, magic attack, magic, life-saving skill, all question marks. Huh? Is it cursed? Life, isn't the soul suffering pretty bad? Skills other than life-saving? Life-saving? Life-saving. Before HP reaches 0, HP recovers with MP. Oh, is this the full appraisal? That's good and all, but with life-saving, recover HP, and with MP before HP hits 0, it's a good skill that can save my life in crucial times. But it seems that your life and soul will undergo suffering. Why is that? I also picked up firewood in the forest. There weren't many dry trees, but it would be more than enough for a bonfire. It's useful to avoid beasts and necessary for this damp cave. I used temperature magic to try and ignite the firewood. It went well with the mushrooms. It lit up, the firewood didn't work, but the leaves ignited. It doesn't burn easily, which is why I used temperature magic to ignite it, but the fire spread to the wood. Did the level of temperature magic go up? I checked the level of my magic with skills. Fire magic level 1, temperature magic level 2. The level of temperature magic went up, and I also got a new skill, fire magic. Are you able to obtain this skill just by lighting a fire? I don't know the acquisition conditions. The temperature magic also rose in level, but I'm not sure if the two are related. For now, the only method of attack I have is attacking it with a stick and fire magic. I want to practice it, but I'm already tired. Perhaps because I observed far distances while walking, I obtained the skill Clairvoyance level 1. It's probably thanks to the contacts. Communication is useful. Appraisal and Clairvoyance are useful in survival. If I'm able to get out of this forest, it's probably thanks to Clairvoyance. Is it my imagination, or is this starting to become like an isekai survival? Isn't there normally a princess or a beautiful female magician that summons you? Left alone in a forest, what do I do? Is it the logic of the world for people from another world to be completely unrelated? Wait, without a mission or goal, is the goal just to survive in another world? No, it would still be better to live carefree than recklessly try to defeat the Demon King. However, if I don't manage to leave this forest, I'll probably have to live my entire life here until I die. Presence detection level 1 and searching level 1 is probably the results of persistently staying on the lookout for monsters or demons while walking through the forest. It could also be the results of checking the cave to see if there were any threats. Is it normal to obtain skills that rapidly and fast? Was there any meaning in obtaining the skills from the White Room? The skills that I obtained from Gramps should not even be thought of. The skill that is even more dangerous than the Demon Lord. Now, the first day of another world is about to end. A high school boy that transports to another world. Will he dream of a delivery man?